Got to get it, Papa. Oh, hi everybody. Well, you caught me on a good day today because I'm in a musical kind of mood, and you might be wondering why. Well, it's because I was down there putting some stuff up in the Look Dat headquarters secret vault down there where all the cool secret stuff is, and what do you know, I ran across something I'd forgotten this whole branch of the vault existed, because I just hadn't seen it in a while. It's too covered up with junk. But anyway, so I found it, and guess what? Not only was it a secret vault, it was the Look Dat Secret Music Vault. Bet you didn't know they had one of those. I'd forgotten about it too. But it was filled floor to ceiling and wall to wall with exciting musical things like records. Yeah, vinyl for all you cool cats out there that think you're so cool. You've never been in the Look Dat Secret Music Vault. I was down there so long I brought lunch with me. So anyway, it's not going to be easy, but I can show you some of these musical things, but I can also play them for you just for a little bit, because you see, in the world of YouTube land, if you play some music, you're going to get in trouble, because there's such things as copyright laws, which I basically agree with, but it puts a little restrictions on people like me. So, but if I just play a little bit of it to give you a little taste of it, kind of like a taste of the delicious Slim Jim, you'll get an idea of what the music is like, and I'll tell you what it is and everything, so you can. I don't want to get this all over the Look Dat supercomputer keyboard. Anyway, yeah, you can get an idea. I'll tell you what the music is and who it was and all this stuff. None of it is very modern, because there is no good modern music. So, it's also going to be a trip down memory lane for some people. But I'll tell you a little bit about the music and the bands and the artists and all that. And it's up to you out there in YouTube land to go look that up. And, you know, you can Google that and all that. And I'd be surprised how many of these things we probably would find, as weird and obscure as they are. So, well, how am I supposed to play these? I got a record player up here. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna let me rearrange the Look Dat secret headquarters control room for a second, and I'll be right back. And here it is. Fancy, huh? That's fancy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot an educational moment. For those of you who don't know, this is a record player. Look that! And you put your records right here, and you get this little thing and you swing it around there all fancy, and that's what makes the music come out. So that's my scientific explanation of what a record player is. So, glad you got to tune in for that. For you youngsters out there, they had some things like these. These are called 45s. It's like kindergarten day today. 45s. This is how back in the olden days, they used to put, like a band would come out with a cool song and everybody wanted to listen to it. And they play it on the radio and say, oh, I want to hear that song. I want to play it all on my own at my house on my record player. Well, you could go to the store and get you a 45 of it. And 45, the song you like, you know, if you could find it, would be on one side, side A. And then on side B, there'd be another song, usually something kind of junky that nobody likes. But every once in a while they'd pull the wool over their eyes and they'd have two good songs on a 45. Oh, and you double your value that way. It happened, believe me. So, that's all I gotta say about 45. The other thing is called an album. Album. For all you hip vinyl people, going to the store. Oh, look at the albums. Oh, I love vinyl. I'm gonna wear some vinyl home. When you can get all that, and you think you're all cool. Well, albums have been having albums since like the 1950s, so you ain't too cool, you know. So don't get all big-headed about it, and don't go crying that I hurt your feelings, because it's true. So anyway, I don't know where to start. I'm getting hungry though. All this talking. A Slim Jim is always a good thing. Emergency food. Here's a little secret about the Look Dat Secret Treasure Vault down under the ground there. Is on the wall by the door, kind of like if it was right here, there would be I have a Slim Jim dispenser. And in case of emergency, you go and it's kind of like a big box and it hangs there like that. You see that? And oh, it's an emergency. I'm super hungry. You run and you grab on it. Oh God. Oh man. I was about to starve. And it's the emergency Slim Jim's dispenser. So just so you know. Anyway, I got off track. But I'm going to try to describe a couple of things and play a couple of things for you. I got a whole stack. This is a stack of wax, as they used to say back in the olden days, when they had DJs, real DJs. They didn't have big marshmallow heads and going. You know, it was real DJs that would sit behind a microphone and play records all day, and they pay them for that. I'm going to start off with this one. This is a 45. I'm going to do a couple of 45s and then we'll talk about some other things. To get out the secret Look Dat eyeglasses. This one, and just so you know, it's got a sticker on it. I don't know if that's how much it cost when it was new, but it says 60 cents on it. 60 cents. And you could get a song that you really enjoyed, like the one on this 45 here. This one, oh, and I have to put the special ting on there. Oh, I gotta get all ready, because it takes a while to get all these technical things all set up. And I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I think these will play okay. But this is a 45 by a band called The Champs. The Champs. And this is on Challenge Records. Ultra high fidelity. So you know it's good. But it was distributed by Warner Brothers. So, yeah, the ones that made the cartoons. So, anyway, I'm going to play this by The Champs. And this is interesting because it's a version of a song that somebody else did that you probably would remember from a movie starring Pee Wee Herman. Okay, you getting all excited? And I'm doing this backwards. I'm supposed to be on that side, but I'm on this side. So we're going to see what happens. Anyway, But Pee Wee did a dance to this. He had his big giant shoes that he had, and he did his dance. And this is the Champs version of it. So listen up, see if you recognize this from Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Different version. Okay, unfortunately, I think I might have passed the point of no return with that one. But yeah, they did their own jazzed up version of the tequila. And that was even too much. According to the stories, now Pee Wee wanted to use this version, but when they tried to do it, it was so mind-boggling that the audience couldn't understand what was happening. So they ended up using the regular version of tequila. That's music, because you get music on 45s and on albums and all that. But bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know that you could also get exciting reading adventures and educational things on an album or on a 45. And that's where this comes in. Look Dat! Yes, Star Wars fans, it's Planet of the Hoojibs. Bet you didn't remember that one, did you? And it's exciting. It's the further adventures of Star Wars. And there's Chewbacca and Creepio and some guy in his pajamas, and his bat monster is chasing him. Look Dat! Look Dat! It's like, see, there's a bat monster, and it's like, well, that looks like a pretty cool book. So you could try to find that. Good luck. But they even had saying, oh, it's expanded universe. And all that. Oh man, everybody's gonna be all excited. I want my Hoojib, I want my Hoojib action figures. You know, hurry, make them for me. But what you did is you would play the record and you'd read the book, and you could understand that some kind of way. It's 1983 from Lucasfilm. I don't know the recording company, but anyway, so that's pretty doggone exciting with the Hoojibs. And look, they got all mad and they were chewing on C-3PO's golden armor and all that. Look that! So I got to get my machine all reset, and we're gonna try to hear a little bit of Planet of the Hoojibs. And like I said, I got to be careful. I don't know how much of this I can play. It's not cleared for broadcast, so I think that just means that your favorite DJ at your radio station couldn't play this on the air. But I'm not a DJ, so here we go. I'm gonna find the end of it. Okay, get ready.
This is the story of Planet of the Hoojibs. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear R2-D2 beep like this.
Ooh.
Let's begin now.
Okay.
Chewbacca skillfully steered the rebel survey ship into orbit.
And you can read it,
this
right?
mysterious planet.
You can read it right there.
Lush green land below.
Pretty.
Arbor, Chewie. If our reports are correct, it could be the perfect place for a secret rebel base.
The Wookiee growled a warning. Leia nodded.
Sure, it could be dangerous.
I don't know if they could get the real people to do it except for Chewbacca.
No offense,
It wasn't in their contract. But that's the kind of excitement. All the way back to 1983, you could have exciting adventures like that, reading along with a record and a cool book. Oh, it's Vista Records, Buena Vista Records. Gee, wait, Buena Vista Records. I think that's part of Disney. 1983, they were already moving in on George Lucas's territory. So, well, so you can see the variety of exciting things that you can get on 45s. And actually, this is weird. The Planet of the Hoojibs was weird because it's not even a 45, even though it's the same size. It plays at 33, which is 33 RPMs. Now, I'm getting technical. I don't want to blow anybody's mind there, but I'm getting pretty technical with all this jargon, record player jargon. But 33 RPMs, that means revolutions per minute. So, so that's what it means. 45 RPMs means 45. Anyway, some slow people watching. Yeah, back to this. So now let's jump into the world of albums. And to start it off, this is what got me going to begin with. This is an exciting, let me show you up close. This is an exciting box set. You heard of box sets and all that, where it's a special deal of a bunch of records all shoved in a box for you. And this is I'm not gonna play this, by the way, because Christmas is over. This is the one I saw. I was like, oh, Christmas, yeah. I was putting up some light bulbs and stuff. But yeah, this is the Long Jean Symphonettes. If in case you ever heard of them, a lot of people used to think that there was more than one Symphonet, but there was only one Symphonet as far as I know, and belonged to Mr. Long Jeans. And but look that, watch. This is what it means by a box set, because you got the box here, and there's a set of records in here. With all kinds of, this one had all kind of Christmas songs on it. So, and you just pick one out and you play it and all that. And it was all fancy. Yeah. This is something that a lot of people are going to remember, and they're going to want to get ready to get down and whatever. But, you know, you had your favorite artists that would come out with their records. But they had this other couple of companies that would make these things, and they put them all over TV all the time. They had this one. This is one put out by Ronco. Ronco. I don't even know if Ronco's still around, but they were around long enough, and they would some kind of way take all these different songs that were popular, and they'd slap them on one album. And you could get that and just play the songs you like or something, supposedly. The trick was sometimes they would re-record them with some guys they got off the street, and it would be the song, but it'd be all funky sounding because it's some yo-yos recorded it. But look that genuine. This is genuine Ronco material here. Oh, look that. And 20 original hits by original stars. See, that's what seals the deal there, because it's the original hits that everyone loves and wants. But they're actually, these are the real recordings by the real people. It's not Joe and the Yo-Yos sitting all in the corner there. And this came from 1976, so I can give you that'll give you an idea of what type of music is on here. What was the big thing? Well, you probably don't know. The big thing around in the 1970s, except around here, the big thing was disco. And that was nearly the downfall of the United States when disco came out. But yeah, they crammed 20 songs on this one record. And here's some of the people that you might not know who they are, but you probably would recognize the music. Some of y'all, if not, call your grandpa in or somebody and come make them listen to that and watch them gag. Because it's disco, okay? That's all I gotta say about that. But they had people like Johnny Taylor and the infamous Andrea True Connection. This one has some other people. There's a whole little group. Daryl Hall and John Oates, a lot of people remember them. Melissa Manchester, Billy Joel, does Piano Man on here. Smokey Robinson. But other people, they got all kinds of stuff. The Commodores are on here. I mean, it is a pretty good deal. I mean, Robco, this is the one everybody waited for this album to come out. I don't know how this is going to work. See if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Get ready, because this is going to be a good one.
That's right.
See, they used to do this back in the disco days. I don't know why. Well, now it's just like instrumental, but wait.
That's right.
Don't that make you want to get up and dance? It doesn't make me want to dance. I think disco discouraged a whole generation of people from wanting to dance. Oh, I don't know if I can take too much more of this. Okay. That's enough of Get Up and Boogie by the Silver Connection, in case you were wondering. Oh man, I need a drink after that. It also led to a rise in alcoholism, disco did. But I don't have alcohol, I just have pitch black. Because it puts me in a black mood to listen to all this. The disco, I'm trying to be nice. Because I'm sure there are people out there who really enjoyed it, and good for you. Every kind of music is not for every person, okay? And there's nothing wrong with somebody because they don't like a particular kind of music, like disco. Well, I'll put it under the Longines Symphonettes down here. But now we're gonna really roll back in time. I think this came from the 1950s. And it looks like it. Some of you may have heard of Mr. Tambourine Man. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. And a lot of people got all excited because Captain Kirk sang a version of Mr. Tambourine Man that's kind of legendary. Well, they got nothing, because here is, hey, Mr. Banjo, sing a song for me. And this actually sung and played, I'm reading the back of it. This is actually sung and played by the Sunny Siders and the Happy Hearts. So, if you're into banjo music, you're gonna get it, because I ain't stopping now. And this is the easy open. It's very old. This one is it's got tape. Well, the tape fell off. Let me see. There's some good ones on here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, the right time down. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. Hello, hello, hello there.
Okay, hello. Hello. Yeah, that was Hello My Baby. In case you recognize that song, that's like one of the most famous cartoons in the world. And this isn't even from that, but it's the one with the frog in it. He's like, hello my baby, and he does his little dance, and he has a top hat and everything. But this is by Kapp Records, K-A-P-P Records. So look it up by name. And this album, this came out in New York, so that tells you a lot too. New York City, they 57th Street is where the Kapp Records used to be. Unfortunately, I don't think Kapp Records is around anymore. I can't imagine why. here's something pretty good. And it's one of these things. They used to also use albums and stuff for advertising purposes. I think even car dealers, for a while, they had these instead of a radio, you could get a record player built into your car, and the dealership would give you a record of like promotional propaganda music to make you think you were enjoying the record player while you're trying to drive. But this is a piece of advertising propaganda that came out, and it covers a lot of ground, let's say that. But it was put out by Pizza Hut. No, I'm sorry, Pizza Inn. Pizza Inn. There's a little close-up picture of the Pizza Inn man, if you can see him. I don't know. And but yeah, it's a pizza place, and that's what they look like. They really did look like that. I remember these things. And Pizza Inn, they were pretty good. They were based out of Texas, I think. Yeah, based out of Arlington, Texas. Well, so you had your Pizza Inn, Pizza Tijuana party, and nothing makes me hungry for pizza like Tijuana. It's like, look at this. It's like, this is an advertisement. I guess they gave these, maybe they sold them for $1 or something if you buy a pizza, or maybe get it for free if you bought a pizza. But it's like the mariachi guys, like in an old jalopy car, and there's a guy running out with a big stack of pizzas back there. He's running to the car. Hey, hombres, hey, we got a pizza. And they're all sitting around in the car, and one's eating a slice of pizza and trying to drive. I don't know. This is whose idea this was, but it's pretty impressive. But let's see, but it's a collection of like redone. It's the same thing. They took a bunch of songs and somebody did covers of them, except for the last one, and that's the one I'm kind of curious about because I haven't heard this. But this song is called Pizza Inn. A lot of build up. Oh, I can smell that pizza already. Smells like pepperoni. No, actually, it smells like Slim Jims. Slim Jims and pepperoni are kind of the same. Yeah. Well, that was their original Pizza Inn music, but yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't know if that was a theme song for the commercials or what. I don't know. Maybe it's they had training video or something. Maybe they play that in the background. But let's see what else they got going on. Get ready. Get ready to be hungry for pizza. You're gonna do a drum wind up. Wow. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, that was one of their songs they slapped on there. That's called, if you don't know the name of that happy tune, that's an oldie but a goodie, a real oldie. That's I Got Rhythm. And who could ask for anything more than that? So, but sometimes when you're looking for exciting albums, you come across something that is just hard to explain. And this is something that I came across, and I still can't explain it. And I came across this in the 1980s, I think. But it's Super Tubes Volume 1. There was more than one volume of this. That's something to think about. Hector Del Fosse, or Del Fosse, I don't know how you say it. And it's, yeah, if you hadn't had enough with the pizza music, now we're going to have some accordion music. Ooh, okay, I found something that might be good. And it goes back to disco. It's going to bring accordions and disco. What can go wrong? But I think I'm going to drop it in the middle somewhere. So we get a pretty good slap of sound from Mr. Del Fosse and Super Tubes. Ready? Okay. I can see Olivia Newton-John rolling around on some skates. Take it away, Hector. He's pretty gentle with his accordion, you know, compared to some people. But yeah, Super Tubes. I bet you didn't know that Xanadu was a super tube. It's Super Tubes by Hector Del Fosse, and you can Google that, and who knows what you're gonna find. Not too many people understand this or know it, but back in the early 1980s, that was in the last century, by the way. Under the right weather conditions, at the right time of day, if you were in the right geographical spot, you could turn on your radio, flick it over to the AM dial, and hear a broadcast from Monterrey, Mexico. I have a stack, and this is just one group, of a stack of records like we used to hear on that radio station back in the 1980s. And this is probably our favorite band back in the day. Yes, radio listeners, and it's Los Plebeyos. And yeah, this is one of their albums, Ritmo Suave Sabrosa. And they were quite a thing. I think they were kind of like the Beatles back then. And so I got more than one. I got more than one record by them. And they were from Demi Records. See that up there? Demi. And here's another one. Yeah, Look Dat. And volume 5 of what? I don't know, but it's volume 5. But these, the music encased in this vinyl is unlike anything you've ever heard before. They came out with album after album, and they were always on that radio station. So, that being said, let me unveil a song off of this. Now just imagine, I'll set the stage for you. I'll set the stage for you. It's nighttime, it's dark. You turn on the radio and you put it on AM, so you hear all the static and all this stuff, and you start rolling it back and forth, changing the channels, the little things going back and forth. You gotta find the channel. And then you hear this. Okay. But yeah, these guys, it's like hit after hit. They had so many hits. I think the way they did it, they had their own radio show. It sounded like the way the station would do it. If somebody knows anything about this, please let me know. But from what I remember, they would have like I think it was like an hour for individual bands, and this was one of them. And for an hour, all they would play is music by this band. And they had other bands that had their own hour, and it was the same thing. They would just play their music for that hour. And sometimes the DJ would get bored, I guess, and he would start doing remixes of their music. And I can't really describe it. It's something you had to hear at the time. That's 1981 is when this album, and you can find their music on things, on CDs and stuff, but you've got to pay attention because they redid a lot of songs that are not as good as the original versions. So be warned if you think they're good. I love this stuff. This stuff is great. Yeah, 1981. This was 1984, and you can see that they took the band picture, and he's on a folding ladder. They put up a folding ladder for him to get on so you could see him back there because they made him go in the back. This one is 1982. So it's a pretty good slice of the early 80s music from south of the border there. And you got to get in the right mindset, but you never will hear anything like that around here. Or if you listen to radio at all, everybody's got their playlist, got their little pods or whatever they stick in their ears. It's like you stick you stick this in your ear, and you're gonna see what happens. That was an exciting visit to the Look Dat Music Vault, and I have to shut down all the equipment and lock it up. And but I think in the future I'll try to find some more. If I get away with it this time, I'll try to find some more exciting music from the Look Dat Music Vault. And we'll play some of these every once in a while. And I might need to go to the emergency Slim Jim station and get another one of these because I'm almost out. But I appreciate you watching and listening and looking. And if you know anything about any of these albums or these artists, go ahead and put some comments down there. And we'll get some talk going, especially stuff like Planet of the Hoojibs and how come they never made action figures from it. I don't know. But in the meantime, we'll see you on the next Look Dat.